Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Gaming Espresso. I'm Uncle Gamer, and we're bringing you another topic. Now, you're going to notice I'm shirtless for this. There's a reason for that. So hang on and follow as we go through this topic, which is going to be sexuality and romance in video games. There's a lot of stuff that's changed over the years, especially in RPGs, and most of it has to do with sexuality and romantic encounters within the games. And I did a huge rant on this week, but I felt it was important that we cover this again. In the early days of RPGs, romance was at best a secondary thought. It wasn't considered. The main storyline, the gameplay were much more important considerations. And so we had games like the Gold Box Edition, which are considered some of the greatest RPGs of all time. Or who can forget Neverwinter Nights 2, Baldur's Gate. The list goes on and on of amazing RPGs that had really limited sexuality and romantic encounters within the game. They were backdrops. They were add-ons that took the overall flavor and advanced it a little bit. That was the purpose of it. So fast forward. It seems like every couple of generations of RPG, somebody has to jump the shark. And here, right lately, they're jumping the shark a lot. We go back to Witcher 1, which made having sex with various partners a card game. Okay, talk about taking romance and throwing it out the window. We had BioShock that thought that it was vitally important that everyone know that they allowed multiple sexual orientations within games. I'm not a prude. If you want to have a relationship with a guy or a girl, I don't care. And if it adds to the story of the game, that's cool with me too. But it was touted almost as a selling point. And this isn't a selling point. Now we fast forward to, we've got Conan, who they were more worried about making sure schlong and breast physics worked than to make sure all the bugs were out of the game. We go to BioWare now with Mass Effect Andromeda, a game I'm looking forward to, by the way. I'm excited about Mass Effect Andromeda. And what do we see in the press? Okay, we see, let's see, the BioWare boss comes out and says, totally softcore space porn. Now, he's since come out and tried to backpedal this. We're being sarcastic, but is he? This game has an M rating. All right, M. Most RPGs really don't go that far unless they're purely adult content. An M rating is a big deal. It has full nudity in the rating. That's part of the reason for the rating. Why do we need nudity in a sci-fi RPG? Oh, wait, there's more. According to the producer of the game, there is banging, and it's pretty good in the game. Again, I don't see him talking a lot about the gameplay, but I'm seeing tons of references to sexual content. And then to me, the last straw was when Logitech did an interview with the guys from Mass Effect. The girl that was doing the interview said, now let's get to the important stuff. Is there romancing? Let's get to the... Or actually, she said, I'm sure everybody wants to know. No, I really didn't want to know. I mean, romancing in games now is kind of obligatory. An RPG is going to have some form of romance for a side plot. That's obligatory. I don't need to know that. What I want to know is the storyline rich? Is it full? And have you fixed the bugs? But instead, EA is seeming to spend a lot more time talking about this. Part of that's the fault of gamers. We as gamers are asking about this. Now, this comes to why I'm shirtless today. I'm actually pantsless as well. And there is a reason for that. This doesn't add to the content. At no point do you guys actually care or want to see below what you're seeing right now of me. You don't want to see below me. It doesn't add to the content. You come for the substance of the content, not for the cheap thrill stuff. And that, to me, is the way so much sexuality has been added to gaming today. There is this move to the cheap thrill. To the, look, we've got boobies that bounce. And the rest of the gameplay sucks, so why do I care? Look, we can make your penis any size you want. but the general graphics are crappy and the actual gameplay has numerous bugs. Why do I care? Look, you can have relationships with 45 different NPCs. Why do I care? Romance and sexuality have become confused. Romance is about the relationship. Sexuality has nothing to do with the relationship in most cases. And there's too much press taking place. There's too much effort, in my opinion, taking place to push sexuality out there. We need games that are stable at launch. We need games that have great stories and driving stories. And worrying about if you can bang NPCs or if there is a lot of romance potential. I'm sorry, did we suddenly move to Second Life and The Sims with Mass Effect? Should we change Mass Effect to Andromeda to Mass Effect Second Life Sims? And because we, as gamers, look, there's nothing wrong with Second Life. There's nothing wrong with The Sims. But everybody knows that they're drama queen games. They're games that focus on that kind of drama. They don't have a real story. They focus on interrelationship drama, and that's what drives them. Mass Effect is supposed to be about the story. Mass Effect Andromeda is about the search for mankind for a new home. Some romancing on the side, I think it makes a lot of sense. Some romancing in any way, shape, or form getting mainstream press is stupid. And I'm even doing it because I'm telling you it's stupid, but I have to make it a press issue. So what does that mean going forward? Well, what I think it means going forward is we as gamers need to really take a look at this, and developers really need to take a look at this. Gaming, no matter how adult it's become, is still, for the majority of society, considered the purview of 13 to 20-year-olds. And this game, obviously with full nudity, is meant for a slightly older crowd. But what's worse is we as gamers are demanding it. We're asking for it. Really, have you guys asked this hard? I'm curious. Does this girl give the thumbs up in the Logitech interview if EA had said super stable build right out of the gate? If they had have said, we've taken and we've introduced some real scientific information into the creation of the Andromeda Galaxy to create an immersive realism from real data, would she have done this then? No. Everybody wants to know, will there be romances? Well, yeah, there's going to be a lot of romances. And there's a place for this. There's a use for this. But as gamers, I don't feel this should be a primary focus. The main story of Mass Effect has never been the relationships. The main story of Mass Effect has been the story of Mass Effect. And when a company has to dive to cheap, fluffy theatrics, yes, I said fluffy theatrics to get you to get interested in the game or to get a community to get interested in the game, that tells me they don't have a lot of confidence in the game itself. That really concerns me. So to EA, this is what I have to say. I'm not upset that you put romance in the game. I am upset that your people are going out and spending way more time talking about it than the quality of the game itself. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to play your game on day one. And if the game releases with a good story, stable operation, and has romances on the side, I'll be happy to applaud you and say well done. If the game releases with the romances all put together properly and the other aspects of the game broke, I am going to be the loudest critic on YouTube you have ever seen. I am going to slam the shit out of you at every opportunity I get. We need games that are stable and fun to play. And being drugged into meaningless romantic involvement within the game for gratuitous nudity and bang scenes, which all too often is what happens when this is done, is just bad for gaming. We as gamers need to stand up and make this clear. So in the meantime, I'm going to take off and I'm going to go play some other games waiting for Andromeda to release. I want to know if you agree, disagree. If you like this video, like it. If you don't, dislike it. And no matter what you do, let us know if this is the kind of videos you want to see in the future. if this is the kind of stuff we want to talk about. Not me topless. This is a one-time event. Enjoy it while you got it, girls. I'm Uncle Gamer, and until I see you next time, game on.